Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Cycle on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Jumai Manson. A quick reminder that Global Television's on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. Now the news in full. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has described the Aragungu International Fishing Festival as a powerful symbol of national unity, resilience, and Nigeria's rich cultural heritage, saying the 83-year-old event reflects the enduring spirit of the people of Kebbi State. Speaking at the festival grounds, Tinubu credited improved security coordination, intelligence gathering, and community engagement for the relative peace that enables this year's celebration to hold successfully. The president assured Nigerians that his administration remains determined to defeat banditry and insurgency in order to sustain peace, protect livelihoods, and drive economic growth. Meanwhile, a massive 59-kilogram fish emerged as the biggest catch at the 61st edition of the festival, drawing excitement from thousands of spectators gathered at the Madin Fada River. The record-breaking catch was secured by Abubakar Usman from Miyama local government area, underscoring the festival's enduring appeal as a major cultural and tourism attraction. Vice President Kashim Shettima says Nigeria is prepared to collaborate with African Union member states to strengthen continental health security, pharmaceutical independence, and emergency response systems. Speaking on the sidelines of the AU summit in Addis Ababa, Shettima outlined ongoing efforts to expand local drug manufacturing, improve regulatory standards, and increase domestic health financing. The summit also witnessed the formal launch of the African Health Security and Sovereignty Initiative aimed at reducing the continent's resilience on external medical supplies. Over now to the Federal Capital Territory Administration has signed a memorandum of understanding with Subamban Broadband Limited and Akida Hills Limited for the development of digital and commercial infrastructure in Abuja. FCT Minister Nyesom Wike says the partnership is aimed at driving economic expansion, job creation, and transforming the capital into a globally competitive city. Kabir Hassan tells us more.
The agreement signed in Abuja is expected to strengthen broadband connectivity and redevelop key commercial hubs within the Federal Capital Territory. The partnership with Suburban Broadband Limited focuses on expanding digital infrastructure to enhance innovation and economic activities, while Akida Hills Limited is set to drive a major redevelopment project around the Jabi Lake axis. Speaking at the signing ceremony, the Minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike, described the initiative as a part of the broader effort to reposition Abuja as a modern and globally connected capital city.
The essence of this is to let the public know that it is no longer going to be business as usual. This is a strategic land situated at Jabi, where we have the Jabi Lake. And we are about to grow fast. So today we have signed this agreement. We believe that you will apply and do what is with the memorandum of understanding.
Suburban Broadband Limited says the project will generate employment and contribute significantly to Abuja's digital transformation. The company also commended the minister's leadership style and commitment to infrastructure renewal.
The project will bring significant foreign investment into Nigeria, create meaningful jobs, opportunities for Nigerian people, and contribute to the continuous growth and development of Abuja as modern, globally connected capital city. We are committed to building infrastructure that will support innovation, connectivity, and economic expansion within FCT.
On its part, Akida Hill Limited says the redevelopment of the Jabi Lake area will reposition Abuja as a prime tourism and commercial destination. The company expressed confidence in meeting project timelines.
This idea of redeveloping the Jabi Lake Mall for us has been something that's been a burning desire for Akida is for the last 3 years.
And we are so excited that this is coming to fruition.
The FCT administration says the collaboration reflects its commitment to sustainable infrastructure development, digital expansion, and private sector partnership in advancing the Renewed Hope agenda. However, the administration officials say implementation will commence immediately with monitoring mechanism in place to ensure timely delivery. Kabir Hassan, reporting for Global TV News.
Let's delve now into the federal government has raised fresh concerns over the growing vandalization of Nigeria's road and bridge infrastructure, warning that the threat poses serious danger to public safety and national development. Minister of Works Senator David Umahi sounded the alarm during a press briefing in Abuja. Kabir Hassan again reports.
Described the removal of critical structural components from major bridges as a direct attack on national assets. According to him, vandals have been targeting expansion joints, steel reinforcement, and other essential bridges components, including parts of the Niger Bridge and the Covenant Bridge. Umahi revealed that security agencies recently apprehended individuals allegedly involved in removing vital components from the Covenant Bridge. He warned that such actions, combined with overloading by heavy trucks, are placing a numerous strain on infrastructure originally designed to last about 30 years.
One is to draw the attention of the public to massive vandalization of our critical infrastructure. The illegalities have a lot of consequences for our infrastructure. Just about 2 weeks back, we caught people, and that's the second time we are catching people removing the cut eyes, electrical devices on top of the bridge.
The minister explained that many bridges across the country were not designed to withstand the level of stress they are currently subjected to. He stressed that excessive loading and deliberate vandalism are weakening their structural integrity.
We do not desire that heavy trucks and vehicles will be parking on our roads and bridges. Roads and bridges are never designed for static loads. We are asking for trouble by allowing vehicles and big trucks and small trucks to be parking on our bridges. We have a very big issue on Terminal Bridge and big issue on Kata Bridge, to the extent that Kata Bridge has to be demolished.
Umahi also lamented the illegal occupation of federal roads right-of-way corridors, describing it as another major challenge obstructing infrastructure development. He disclosed that the ministry has begun deploying proactive technologies on bridges to curb vandalism and assist security agencies in trafficking offenders. The minister called on Nigerians to see public infrastructure as a collective asset that must be protected, as he reaffirmed the federal government commitment to maintaining and rehabilitating critical road networks, warning that continued destruction will lead to higher repair costs, transportation disruption, and potential loss of lives. Kabir Hassan, reporting for Global TV News.
The Benue State Police Command has confirmed the safe release of worshippers abducted during a night vigil in Ado local government area. 4 suspected kidnappers have been arrested with arms and ammunition recovered. The Commissioner of Police, Ifeanyi Emenare, made this known while briefing journalists in Markadi. Felicity Indere reports.
The Commissioner of Police in Benue State, Ifeanyi Emenare, while briefing journalists at the government house in Markadi, stated that operatives of the Ado Division arrested 2 suspects in connection with the incident, seizing 5 rounds of 7.62mm ammunition, and subsequently handed them over to the Inspector General of Police Intelligence Response Team for further investigation. The Commissioner of Police said a February 14th raid recovered an AK-47 and 8 rounds of ammunition, arrested 2 more suspects, and led to the unharmed release of the victims.
The directive of the Inspector General of Police is that the bandits, the kidnappers, and the cultists operating in Benue State must be rooted out by all means. And that is the stand of the Executive Governor too. We must rout completely banditry in Benue State. Benue State can never ever be a soft ground for banditry again.
Meanwhile, Governor Hyacinth Alia reassures of his administration's continued partnership to strengthen security and ensure that communities live without fear.
His Excellency is committed to the security of this state in its totality, in its entirety, and is working tirelessly to ensure that Benue communities live without fear.
According to reports, the Inspector General of Police has deployed the Police Air Wing and additional tactical teams to strengthening security in Benue State. In Makudi, Felicity Ndere reporting for Global Television News.
Imo State government has reaffirmed its commitment to supporting transport operators following a solidarity march organized by transport unions in Owerri. Our correspondent, Amarchi Ibe, reports.
Representing Governor Hope Uzodinma at the event, Chief of Staff Nnamdi Anyehe commended transport unions for maintaining peace and discipline within the sector, noting that improved unity among operators has strengthened cooperation with government. He assured members that their requests, particularly those concerning empowerment and operational support, would receive due consideration, stressing government's readiness to continue engaging stakeholders to strengthen the transport sector.
Our governor is a listening governor. No matter what you come to him with, he will look at it and give you answer for what you have asked for. And I believe that what you have asked for is not much in this. Just for a revolving loan, okay? To help you people. I would like to use this opportunity to thank you to continue to maintain law and order and do things the rightful way. Yes, government is proud of any attitude. Yes, sir. I will continue to show you people our law. Yes, sir. Whatever you desire from us, we will try as much as possible to meet you.
In his address, Jeff Eze, chairman of the National Union of Road Transport Workers, expressed appreciation for ongoing infrastructure improvements across the state, noting that improved road networks have eased transportation challenges and reduced vehicle maintenance costs for operators. He appealed for empowerment programs, including revolving loans or grants to support transport workers, and also request land allocation for permanent union secretariats to ease operational burdens.
And we ask for government intervention in form of revolving loan or grant that will empower our members and increase the transport value chain of our state. An arrangement that will be under the supervision of the Ministry of Transport.
The march signals stronger government union collaboration, promising smoother roads and better services for commuters and transport operators alike. From Owerri, Amarachi Ibe reporting for Global TV News.
You are watching the live broadcast of News Cycle. The News Cycle continues after this weather forecast, plus business, foreign and sports stories on the other side of this break. Please stay with us.
Thank you for joining us. As you can see on the satellite imagery, a significant dust plume is active along parts of Algeria, Libya, and Egypt corridor. Currently, this dust is being masked by high-level cloud cover over parts of Chad and Niger. As those clouds begin to clear by Monday, the dust is expected to become more visible and gradually drifting towards northern parts of Nigeria, leading to reduced horizontal visibility in slight dust haze. Motorists should drive cautiously, especially during the early morning hours. Individuals with respiratory sensitivities are also advised to limit outdoor exposure. Across the central cities, we're expecting mostly sunny skies with few clouds here and there. Meanwhile, isolated thunderstorms are likely along the coastal belt of the country, including the adjoining inland areas, parts of Edo, Ondo, Ogun, some parts of Anambra, Enugu, Imo, and Ebonyi states. For airline operators, please ensure to obtain NIMET e-flight folder before operations for the latest weather updates. And that's your forecast. Stay weather aware and have a safe day ahead.
You're welcome back, and if you're just tuning in, this is a news cycle on Global Television. Thank you for staying with us. In business now, Dangote Refinery-backed MRS filling station have increased their retail price of premium motor spirit. Report says MRS filling stations in Abuja have increased their retail price to 875 naira per liter, up from 839 naira per liter. The foreign direct investment inflows in Nigeria have received a major boost, rising to $21 billion between January and October 2025, marking a sharp rise compared to previous years. This disclosure was made by the Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Jumoke Oduwole. The figure represents a 75% increase from $12 billion in 2024, and more than a 425% jump from under $4 billion in 2023. Moving on now to United Arab Emirates have reinforced its partnerships with African nations, highlighting investments, renewable energy initiatives, and strategic cooperation during the 2026 Summit of African Union in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. The UAE outlined its engagements at the summit in a statement noting that the Minister of State, Sheikh Nahim Al-Yahim, attended alongside heads of state and senior officials to discuss continental priorities such as peace, security, economic integration, and sustainable development. The UAE's participation reflects its commitment to consolidating relations with African countries, strengthening partnerships based on trust and mutual respect, and supporting efforts for peace, stability, and sustainable development across the continent. On the foreign scene now, United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has renewed calls for an immediate ceasefire in Sudan's civil war, while also urging restraint amid rising tensions between Ethiopia and Eritrea. He made the call on the sidelines of the African Union Summit in Addis Ababa's Mukhtar Qasim tells us more.
The UN chief says the global body is intensifying diplomatic efforts to end nearly 3 years of devastating conflict in Sudan. Fighting between the Sudanese army and the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces since April 2023 has killed tens of thousands and displaced more than 11 million people, triggering what the United Nations describes as the world's worst humanitarian crisis.
We have seen a carnage in Sudan that is totally intolerable in the 21st century. We have been very actively engaged towards the African Union, together with the African Union, with the Arab League, with the Quad, and with other key actors, in order to put effective pressure for an immediate ceasefire.
Speaking on the sidelines of the African Union Summit in Addis Ababa, Guterres said efforts are underway with regional blocs and key international actors to secure a truce, while also stressing the need to address foreign involvement in fueling the war. He also turned his attention to rising tensions in the Horn of Africa following renewed fighting in northern Ethiopia and concerns of a possible fallout with neighboring country Eritrea.
So my strongly hope is that the two countries will be able to reconcile and will be able to, with that, contribute to the peace and stability in the continent.
Ethiopia and Eritrea share a long and turbulent history, including a deadly border war and more than recent strains following the Tigray conflict. As conflicts persist across parts of Africa, the United Nations says it will continue diplomatic engagement aimed at securing ceasefires and preventing further regional instability. Mukhtar Qasim, reporting for Global Television News.
The Israeli government has approved a proposal to register large areas of occupied West Bank as state property for the first time since the Israeli occupation of the territory began in 1967. The proposal was submitted by far-right Finance Minister Bezalel Subtrak, Justice Minister Yariv Revin, and Defense Minister Israel Katz. Katz described the move as an essential security and governance measure designed to ensure control, enforcement, and full freedom of action for the state of Israel in the area. However, the Palestinian presidency slammed the Israeli government's decision, calling it a serious escalation and saying the Israeli move in effect nullifies signed agreement and clearly contradicts resolutions of the United Nations Security Council. Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has dismissed the Munich Security Conference as a circus, accusing European powers of paralysis and irrelevance in efforts to revive stalled nuclear negotiations between the United States. His remark, posted on X, came just days before planned talks between Iranian and U.S. officials in Geneva. Iran was not invited to the annual summit in Germany, where France, the United Kingdom, and Germany, known as the E3, have historically played key roles in nuclear diplomacy. The 2025 nuclear deal collapsed after the United States withdrew in 2018, and despite continued meditations, efforts by European powers, negotiations have struggled to regain momentum. In sports stories now, Nigerians Falconets have defeated Senegal 2-1 in Dakar to secure a 3-1 aggregate victory and advance to the final round of qualifiers for the 2026 Women's Under-20 World Cup. Goals from Chinasa, Kindness, Ifeanyi, and Precious Oscar sealed the win despite late pressure from the hosts. The Falconets will now face Malawi in a decisive tie for a place at the tournament scheduled to be held in Poland. Still on sports, Nigerians Eniola Bolaji has won a silver medal at the 2026 Para Badminton World Championship in Birmingham after a strong run to the women's SL3 final. She delivered an impressive performance throughout the tournament before finishing second to Japan's Shino Kawai in the championship match. Nigeria also secured a bronze medal through Chigozie Nnanna in the men's SL4 category, marking historic outing of the country at the global event. Gombe United have completed the signing of 8 new players for the second stanza of the season. The new signings are Obinna Uku, Immortal Trevor Felix, Abdurrahman Abubakar, Jumbo Wisdom, Danjuma Ham, Jacob Eyoa, Deco Peters, and Mamon Sani Musa. The players' recruitment is part of the club's ambition to build a competitive team capable of achieving outstanding results. And that's it on News Cycle. A quick reminder that Global TV is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms now showing on your screen by using @GlobalTVNG. I am Jumai Manson. Thank you for watching. Good evening.